Hey YouTube, it's brother Mark here. Hope you're well and good. Apologies in advance for the lighting. It's pretty poor. I'm in a car park at the moment at Heathrow Airport, and I just wanted to share with you the good news that I'm actually picking up my wife. She's moving here today. It's been something that we've been praying for years and years and years, and that's part of the point of this video as well. So yeah, picking her up very soon. Really happy about that, excited. It's a big step forward for us, and it's something that we've been waiting for a long time, and the reason for the video was to give public thanks to the Lord for that. This is something that I've been waiting for as long as I can remember, and that's what I wanted to say in this short video, in that, you know, sometimes prayers don't get answered straight away. Sometimes they take a while, and you know, they can be frustrating. They can even make you angry. They can cause all sorts of effects on you. They can even cause you to have doubts, and that's something that I want to admit as well, that I had doubts, and I always had confidence, brethren, but if you would ask me what that percentage was, I don't think I would give you a very strong answer, because, you know, you even step back a couple of years, I don't have my own place, money's a significant issue, and so on, and it just doesn't look like there's any real way to do it. And I remember praying a couple of years ago, about a couple of years, maybe just shy, and I was pretty frustrated, because the only way that I could imagine certain things, you know, getting to where they ought to be was almost a miraculous set of circumstances, you know, just a complete life change and a better job, and so on, and just this list almost. And I wasn't tempting the Lord, at least not intentionally, brethren, but the list, the criteria to make this all come into play was I just thought was just an unrealistic expectation. And again, it's not that I have any doubt that the Lord can do that. I don't doubt that for a second, but it just seems such a demanding request, such a high requirement to succeed, brethren. And the Lord has come through. You know, I got this place that I now live in a year and a year and 3 months ago, I think it is now, and it's perfect, and it's a home, or it's about to become a home, but you know, it's got all the trappings of what I should have. And it's taken a long time to get all that organized, because when I left my father's house, for you that have followed me know the story, when I left my dad's house, I mean, I essentially left a bedroom, so I had to fully furnish a house, and then my sons joined me again. If you've been watching my channel for any length of time, you know that was something that happened as well last year, and it was very difficult, brethren, very demanding, and I failed numerous times. I failed with the responsibility, with the stress, with the demands, and my prayer life was pretty awful. And you know, I regret the way that I was, and I also regret the way that I've been since, brethren. And so, you know, the reason for this prayer, as I said, this video, is that, you know, these prayers that you might think are borderline impossible, nothing is impossible with God, brethren. Nothing at all. That's why I want to publish how great things He has done for me. You know, provided me with a home, provided me with a good job, which I never thought was possible, and I'm extremely thankful for that. And now I have my wife coming to live with me to complement what's already there, and to give me that final sense of home, which is what I've been longing for a very, very long time, brethren. So, you know, my encouragement to you is to not give up, and if at all possible, don't make the mistakes that I made, which was, you know, it just overwhelms you. And it really affected me, brethren, and not in a good way. And it's like I'm annoyed with myself for being annoyed, if you get my drift, right? But so yeah, it's been interesting, brethren. So, you know, and I'm hoping after today, it's almost like a new leaf, you know, in my journey, in my walk and everything. I'm hoping, because the Lord knows I really, really need it. And it's normal for it to be this way. And that's the other thing as well, brethren. You know, a wife should leave her family, right? You know, and be with her husband. It was something that we were never able to really practically do early on. And we spent a long time trying to make that work. And we had a number of ideas and plans and all the rest of it. And trying to find the the right way to actually make all this happen. But we don't always see these threads, brethren, these plans, these things that have to be put into place. And when I look back and think of the complexity of everything and how neatly certain things fell when I didn't understand why they were happening at the time, it's frankly astounding, and it sort of excites me about what potentially may happen. But I'm just happy that, you know, I'm kind of coming full circle on where I was about 10 years ago, brethren. So, you know, not long after I got saved, and I was looking a while back for my blue TBS Bible. And again, for those of you that have watched for a long time, you know that I did a video. It's like a prayer journal video, and in there were these tabs, and I really wish I could find it. I'm not sure where it is, but I whenever I was praying, I would actually write this down, and I encourage you to do this, especially if you're newly saved. And I used it to keep track of what the Lord had actually answered me, and it's a kind of habit I wouldn't mind getting back into. But I remember there were just a couple of outstanding tabs on that, and my wife coming here today is the closure on all of those prayers that I've had. And now it's kind of like I can finally pray some new prayers about our plans going forward, and what we hope to do, if the Lord wills, you know, if he permits for us to do what we would like to do. And being out in the Philippines, of course, is still something that I really want to do, and something that's still going to happen, by the way, brethren. I'm still going to go out there, and I'm just hoping that this is the kind of turning of a new page that will galvanize and help me in many ways. And as I said, Lord knows I need it. But, you know, that's it. I don't want to talk too long because I need to go and collect my wife, although she's not actually here yet, but will be here soon. And it's just, again, just to remind you, don't give up on prayer. And, you know, if it's not working out for you right now, just remember it can take a long time for the pieces to be put into place for you. For me, it took 10 years. It's a long time, brethren, and it was hard. It was very hard, and I failed more times than I care to count, just way too many times. And that's the other part of my encouragement. Don't give up, but also just try not to let it overwhelm you, because if it does, it frustrates you, and it kind of sort of sucker punches you, I guess, when you see actually that it was all just being set up for you, and all you had to do was be patient. So James 5:16 is confessing a fault to you, brethren. I am not a patient man, and that's something that I am trying to get better at. But anyway, so I pray and hope that you found this video encouraging. I pray that you're happy as I am that this is happening, and it's kind of how it always should have been. And it always did frustrate me, brethren, that it was the way it was. But at that time, I was powerless to do anything about it. And Lord knows I really wanted to, but you can't, for want of a better expression, magic these things. You know, you can't speak them into existence, right? Like these word of faith people. You know, you just pray and you be patient, and you sort of hopeful. And it really does work, brethren. So be patient with whatever your prayer is, because if it's a good, honest prayer, the Lord will answer it. And that's an underlined statement. He will answer it. If you're praying something that you want to consume with your lusts, you ask amiss, the scripture says, and you won't get it. So if you're praying earnestly, brethren, for something that is good, it will be answered. And you just have to understand, you know, how that gets positioned and placed for you. Sometimes it's not what you want, but again, and I mentioned this in the video about Brenda, sometimes it's to set something up later, and it may not be what you like at the time. And I've experienced that a few times, and it's always humbling, actually, brethren, to just see it come into play, and you just kind of think, oh, if only I had been this, that, and this. So again, it's my encouragement to you in this video. Don't get to that point like I did many times, where you kind of realize your mistakes. So anyway, it's a good day, brethren. It's a long wait for this day, but it is here, and you can have your day as well if you just pray and be patient for it. So thank you for watching. You can leave a comment if you like. You can drop me an email, biblebelieveruk@gmail.com. Be happy to hear from you. Thank you very much. God bless and Godspeed. Thank you.